Hello and welcome to the next session of our West Side Duel Academy. And of course, we are joined with the one, the only Wreck-It Rob TCG, who plays Rob.
Yep, that's me.
Up next, we got Razor XP Yu-Gi-Oh, who plays Razor.
What is up, everyone? Razor here.
And last, but certainly not least, we got Mike, who plays the lovable Mirai Kumo.
West Side!
Alright, everybody, on the last episode, if you guys remember, you guys were dealing with a possessed Reggie. It all came down to Reggie got some meds at the nurse's office, and Reggie's sleeping on the floor in y'all's dorm. So did everybody get some good sleep last night? So it's kind of like the early morning. The sun is starting to rise. It is a Saturday. You guys know you do not have class today. Just as Rob goes to turn over, he looks over and he sees Reggie laying there with his eyes wide open, a cactus on his back. What are you doing, Rob?
What time is it in the morning?
It's like 9.
9? What time does class start?
It's Saturday.
Oh, right.
You ain't got no detention.
I roll over and go back to sleep. I do nothing for Reggie.
Rob looks over. Reggie has the cactus into his back. Reggie's been uncomfortable all night, and Rob just rolls over. Razor hears Rob roll over and kind of wakes him up a bit. Razor looks over and sees Reggie. What are you doing, Razor?
I go over and remove the cactus from his back and just to see what he does.
He kind of like, oh God, thank you, but actually, I'm not gonna lie, the cactus kind of helped. Kind of relieve some stress back there. Reggie goes on to say, hey man, thanks so much. This is honestly like one of the best night's sleeps I've ever had. At least, yeah. Thank you, Mirakuma. Appreciate you, big dog. Yeah, some of the best sleep I've ever had. Okay, I think I'm gonna go to my room, get changed, and I guess I'll see y'all guys around. Just as Reggie kind of walks out of your dorm, you guys hear like a whistle, like a straight up like coach whistle, just ringing in the hallway, and then you start hearing like the cowbell, like students, all students come out here. And Reggie's like has the door open. He looks over. He's like, guys, it's Professor C. Okay, sir, I'm coming, Reggie says. Reggie's walking away. You see Morgan kind of like look out of her room a little bit. And then Morgan's kind of like rubbing her eyes, and then the door shuts. So you three have all been woken up by Professor C's yelling, whistle blowing, and the cowbell shaking. So how do you proceed?
I'm gonna head out and go to where Professor C is.
Okay. Rob?
I am going to slowly walk out there. I'm gonna wake up and stretch and do all that. So I'll be out there in a little bit.
Mirakumo?
I'm feeding Junior. Putting him up with some sunlight, getting him nice and strong. And then I walk out.
All right. As you walk out, the other students in your class are already standing there. They're all still in their pajamas. They're like, Professor C, it's Saturday. God, what do you want? And before Professor C can even say anything, the dorm entrance opens and a blonde woman walks out. Professor J stands there and she's looking at all the students. She goes, Professor C, this is your class? How pathetic. And as you kind of like look behind her, you see Dean, Alice, Justin, and Rose all just kind of like standing behind her, like shaking their head. And she goes, is it going to be the usual challenge this Saturday, Professor C? And he looks at her and goes, I think it shall be. I think it shall be. We will see you at noon. And Professor J kind of like marches off with her class. And Professor C turns back and looks at y'all and goes, don't ruin this for me. You can just kind of see Dean and Justin just kind of like whisper to y'all guys like, we told you they're super competitive, as they're like walking out of the room. So Professor C just kind of stands there, looks at you and goes, we're dueling their class today. I need y'all to be ready.
Who's y'all?
You, Mirakumo, you.
Can we buy packs before we duel?
Yeah, that would be my question.
Yes. So Miss K knows you all are coming. There's a lot of students who meet over there and duel and play on Saturdays. But I want to tell y'all that we have got to beat her. And whoever wins in this class, I will award 750 points to the winner.
750.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
750. And
so awkward.
and I will give you one card from a random pack.
Yeah, let's do this.
He looks
Like
at-
$950.
Let's
That's
get
good.
cards.
He looks at
My
the
deck.
uncertainty. He looks at the uncertainty. He goes, fine, Mirai Kumo. I will do this. I will give you a random pack. Okay?
No, I'll take the card. I'll take the card. Fuck that back.
It's random. Okay, let's go. All right, so everyone kind of gets ready. We all head the party. I'm assuming, you see Lucas, you see Zach, you see Mark. They're like, okay, let's freaking do this, man. Let's run them over. They start to kind of like get ready to walk out. Reggie is like oddly cheerful for some reason and kind of like walks past the group. The only person who stands there as the others are like headed towards the card shop is Morgan. And Morgan says, hey, can I talk to you three real quick?
Sure. What's
Yeah.
up, Morgan?
So yesterday when I walked in and Reggie handed me this card, that wasn't the first time someone has done that. While I was over at East Academy, there was another student who went through the pages of some of the books in the common area, and he actually handed me a Prevent Rat. Said that the card kind of belonged to me.
Who was the student who gave you the Prevent Rat?
His name was Rowan.
From East
Professor
Academy,
Rowan?
yep. And
Really, really interesting stuff. I just wanted to let you know. Don't really know what it means completely. But there was some odd stuff that happened to me before I left East Academy. I almost got kidnapped while I was over there. They had to kind of like shut down the school. So I don't know what all of it means. But definitely some odd stuff.
Is this only happening to you or other students?
When I started at East Academy, they told me that they had already accepted too many students, and I kind of drew the short end of the straw, and I had to transfer to the West Academy. So my classes that I took there, yes, I participated in all the classes, and yes, I got all the perks for doing the classes, but after the incident that happened on Tuesday, they kind of excluded me from a couple things.
Danger prone. Got it.
Definitely. Okay, well, I'm ready to kind of get this off, man. I'm ready to duel. So I'm going to head over to the card shop. I'll see y'all there.
yeah, Morgan.
Question, boys. Do y'all want y'all Sidras?
No, I don't need mine.
I mean, it's a really good card, but one copy of it's not going to really matter that much, so I'm willing to trade it away, yeah. Why?
I'm going to pick up y'all Cyber Dragons, and did one of y'all pull a Cyber in?
It wasn't me.
I got the Cyber. I was want to pull the Cyber in.
Yeah, I'll pick this up off y'all.
Okay. What do you got?
I'll just trade you for some points.
Okay, points it is. Fine. That's fine.
I'll give you each I'll give you 200 for your Cyber Dragon and you 400 for your two.
Yeah, I'm good with
Okay.
that. 200. I'll add.
Yep, that's fine with me.
Cool.
I'll remove them from my thing now.
I like all that. Mirai Kuma, I'm going to award you one charisma point.
Hey.
As you guys are kind of like walking up to the card shop, you see the professor talking to Morgan. And the professor goes, Morgan, I know yesterday you did win the Fusion Summon tournament, and I did not award you an additional Fusion Summon monster. So I will give you the opportunity right now to kind of pick your fusion monster that you wish to have. And Morgan goes, oh, okay, fantastic. She takes the Flower Wolf, which means she gets an additional Silver Fang card. She gets an additional Poly, Dark World Thorns card. Everyone just kind of like walks into the card shop. You see everybody in there. Lucas is in there, his little crew. Reggie's in there. Morgan follows behind. You kind of see Morgan kind of walk up, and she hands over 20 cards over to Mrs. K. You see Morgan get 200 points. You also see Lucas hand over 27 cards. You see Zach hand over 29 cards. Mark hand over 24 cards. Mark now has a total of 940 points. Reggie hands over 21 cards. His total now is 710 points. They just turn in cards to Mrs. K. We will start with... Let's start with Razor. What do you want to do with at Mrs. K's card shop?
Okay, let's get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards.
Okay.
For 90 points. And then I'm going to buy some solo cards. Give me one moment here. Okay, I removed the 9 cards from my trunk. So the cards I'd like to buy. Yes, I'd like to buy 1 Summon Skull, 1 Polymerization, 1 Mirror Force, Gemini L, Swords of Revealing Light, and Magician of Faith.
That was a heavy purchase.
Yep.
And would you like to buy any packs?
Nope, I'm going to save my 1,210 points I'm going to save.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Razor.
Thank you.
All right. We'll move on to Mirai Kumo.
Yeah, I got 13 cards to trash in, and then I will be getting some singles.
Yes. What are you interested in?
1 Pot of Greed, 1 Mirror Force, Change of Heart, Swords of Revealing Light, Mystical Elf.
Mystical Elf. There you go. That is 1,000 points. Any other purchases?
That's it.
And Rob, what would you like to purchase?
I'm going to trade in 10 cards. I'm going to do Change of Heart, Pot of Greed, Battle Ox, Heavy Storm, Mechanical Chaser, Gemini Elf, Giant Soldier of Stone, Red Eyes Black Dragon, Summon Skull, and their fusion.
And now we're going to jump over to the NPCs real quick. I'll let y'all edit your deck while I talk through their stuff. Morgan approaches and she goes, Mrs. K, I would like 1 Pot of Greed, please. 1 Change of Heart and 1 Monster Reborn. And then Morgan goes, and Miss K, I would like to purchase 1 pack as well, please. Can I please purchase Volume 3 pack, please? Mrs. K goes, okay, Morgan, here is your 1 pack 3. And you got Electro Whip, Armored Starfish, Succubus Knight, Marble, and Skull. Morgan looks at the cards and just kind of just goes, Miss K, you can have all these back. K says, okay. That would be 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50 points. Morgan, here you are. Lucas walks up to Mrs. K and says, Mrs. K, I would like to purchase 1 Pot of Greed, 1 Change of Heart, and 1 Thunder Dragon. And Miss K, okay, Lucas, here you are. That'll be 600 points, please. Lucas replies with Miss K, I'm going to keep the rest of my points. Okay, thank you very much. Zach is going to go next. Zach says, Miss K, I will take a Pot of Greed, a Monster Reborn, and a Swords of Revealing Light, please.
I'm going to go and go to Mrs. K and trade in 7 more cards.
Okay, Rob, I will accept that.
Okay. And then I would like to spend another 200.
Okay, and on what cards?
Trap Hole.
Trap Hole, okay. There you are.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get that Heavy Storm.
Mark walks over and says, Miss K, I'll take 1 Pot of Greed, 1 Change of Heart, 1 Fusion Sage, and 1 Trap Hole. Reggie walks over really shyly over to Mrs. K and says, Miss K, I would like a Pot of Greed, a Change of Heart, and a Monster Reborn.